They say trust is the cornerstone of any marriage. But what happens when that trust is broken in the most unexpected and heartbreaking way? I thought I knew my wife. I believed I understood the woman I had spent my life building with. But one evening, while waiting for her outside her new job, I witnessed something that shattered everything. She wasn't alone. She was holding someone else's hand. Before I dive into this shocking tale of betrayal, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss stories like these. Stories that reveal the darkest sides of love, trust, and betrayal. My wife, Emma, had always been the epitome of loyalty. We had been married for almost 8 years, and from the outside, we seemed unbreakable. Two people building a home, sharing dreams, and facing life's challenges together. Our friends envied us, and our family admired us. I would often look at her and think, this is it. This is forever. But everything changed when she got a new job at a marketing firm downtown. Suddenly, late nights at the office became routine. She told me it was the workload, that clients had impossible deadlines. I believed her. I wanted to believe her. Yet as time passed, a tiny seed of doubt began to sprout. Because love, no matter how strong, starts to unravel when secrets begin to accumulate. It started subtly. Emma became protective of her phone, setting new passwords. She began wearing a perfume she hadn't touched in years. Even the way she dressed for work changed, becoming more polished, more alluring. At first, I convinced myself that this was a good thing. She deserved to feel confident. But then she started pulling away emotionally. Conversations became shorter, and laughter became less frequent. I tried to push away the feeling. Maybe I was just being insecure. Maybe those long hours were really just long hours. But deep inside, something felt off. It was like a shadow that I couldn't shake, no matter where I turned. One evening, as she rushed out the door with a quick kiss on the cheek, I stood frozen in the hallway. A thought gripped me, heavy and painful. What if she wasn't telling me the truth? So instead of waiting at home, I drove to her office. I told myself it was just a surprise visit to make sure she had dinner, to show I cared. But deep down I knew the real reason. I needed proof. Proof that my suspicions were either unfounded or true. I parked across from the glowing glass building. The city buzzed around me, traffic rushing, neon lights flickering. Hours passed, and the office lights dimmed one by one until only a few remained. I checked my phone. It was 11:15 p.m. She should have been out by now. My stomach churned with anxiety. And then I saw her. Emma walked out of the revolving doors, her hair shining under the streetlights. My heart skipped a beat. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe she had truly been working late all along. Maybe tonight I would just drive her home and laugh at my own fears. But then it happened. She wasn't alone. Beside her was a man I had never seen before. He was tall, confident, with a casual smile that twisted my stomach. And there it was, their hands intertwined, swaying gently like a couple caught up in the thrill of young love. My chest tightened. The world around me seemed to fade as if reality was crumbling. My grip on the steering wheel tightened, my knuckles turning white. My ears rang, blocking out the city noise. I wanted to scream, to run across the street and demand answers, but I couldn't move. I sat there, frozen, watching everything I thought I knew fall apart. I watched them until they turned the corner. I don't remember driving home that night. I don't remember sleeping. All I can recall is the image of her hand in his, seared into my brain like a scar that would never heal. The next morning, I couldn't hold it in any longer. As soon as Emma stepped into the kitchen, I confronted her. My voice trembled, but the words were sharp. I saw you last night, Emma. I saw you with him. Her face drained of color. She froze, the coffee cup in her hand shaking slightly. What are you talking about? She stammered, her voice thin, fragile. Don't lie to me, I snapped. I was there. I saw you leaving the office. I saw your hand in his. Her lips quivered. She tried to brush it off with a smile. He's just a colleague. Nothing more. We were working late, I swear. You've got it all wrong. But the tremor in her voice betrayed her. The panic in her eyes screamed the truth. I pressed harder, my anger burning. Don't insult me, Emma. Don't stand there and tell me I didn't see what I saw. Who is he? How long has this been going on? Tears welled in her eyes, spilling down her cheeks. She sank into a chair, burying her face in her hands. Her sobs were muffled, but the words that followed shattered me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did. And with that, the truth poured out. For months, she had been seeing him. The emotional distance that had crept into our marriage suddenly made sense. She confessed it had started with work talks, then dinners, and eventually something more. She reached out, trying to hold my hand. It wasn't what it looked like. I still love you. Please believe me. But her words felt empty against the image that had burned itself into my mind. The image of her hand in his. I pulled away. For the first time in our marriage, I felt like a stranger in my own home. I walked away, not just from that conversation, but from the life I thought I knew. The hardest part wasn't the betrayal itself. It was realizing that the woman I had trusted with everything had been living a double life right under my nose. Nights became sleepless. I lay awake replaying every moment of our marriage, questioning which smiles had been real, and which words had been lies. Days felt hollow. Even the house seemed different, as if the walls themselves had absorbed her deceit. But slowly, painfully, I began to rebuild. I learned something crucial. Betrayal may break you, but it also reveals a strength you never knew you had. It strips away illusions and forces you to face the truth, no matter how ugly it is. Today, I no longer wait in cars outside office buildings. I don't question late-night texts or hidden passwords. I've reclaimed my peace, my dignity, and my future. So if you're hearing this, remember, sometimes the truth hurts more than any lie ever could, but it's also what sets you free. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that uncover the hidden truths behind love, trust, and betrayal. Because in the end, the truth always comes out.